Hi everyone and welcome back to SunBurst Tarot, where today we are doing horoscopes for 2024 for Leo. So our intentions are for the sun signs of people who are son of Leo. However, I do want to put out there that we are any readings, if you have Leo as your rising or even Leo moon, this could be the video for you, as I know a lot of people who have gone through their Saturn return actually start identifying with their rising sign more than their sun sign. So I wanted to do a reading here to kind of see what's coming up for you guys here in 2024. And without further ado, we can get into it. So how I plan on doing readings today is we're going to go by month. So January, February, March, April, and then we'll do a card each month. I'll then pull a card as kind of like your general theme of the year. This is kind of just looking at celebrations or even challenges that you'll be facing. And then I have a few cards. I'm going to pull a card from a self-love oracle deck, looking at maybe different chakras to look at or to focus on this year for you, and just some general advice for you. So with all of that out of the way now, we'll get into it. Okay, so Leo, looking at your January, we have the Ace of Swords here for you. So I definitely feel that that you're speaking your mind, you're speaking your truth, and I definitely feel like you are feeling very not snappy, but when you're speaking, you're very confident in what you're speaking. It's almost like these ideas or these dreams that you've had in your head, you're speaking them into existence, and kind of putting notes onto paper, so paper can then turn into tangible items to kind of move forward. Whether or not this is you have a specific goal for yourself by the end of the year, or even a business idea, or I'm really feeling like a lot of it's personal or self goals for my Leo people here, where everyone you're I have this goal by the end of 2024. I want to be able to finish a marathon, and you're putting that onto paper, and then you're gonna put the action into it to be able to achieve by the end of the year. I see a lot of goal setting, as well as just putting things into practice that you've been thinking about for a really long time. And either you're just talking about them with friends, but also just talking about them with individuals around you to either just test out the waters for some of them, but also having people around you that are going to be able to help you, hold you accountable for them. So that's what I see for January. Coming in here in February, we have the King of Wands. So going in from you're speaking things into practice, you are now, it looks like, doing everything that you said you were going to do, or said that you wanted to accomplish. You are starting off the year strong. This is your card, Leo, with the King of Wands. You are out there living life, having fun, but also really putting in the qualities and the pieces that you've said you were going to do, and you're acting on them. So it feels like you are having a ton of fun and really living up to your Leo heritage, where you're feeling a lot of fun, you're showy, you're laughing, you're having a good time. If you're the jokester of the group, you are having jokes at every moment. You're really, really, I feel, coming, really just exuding a lot of charisma and energy that month. A lot of people are taking what you're saying as pretty good truth. I'm also going to pause here just to get... Sorry about that, there was a little glare I just wanted to get rid of here quick. Okay, so going into now March. Eight of Wands. Ooh, you are moving forward really quickly. I almost feel as though this is not a, you're moving forward in thoughts, ideas, or your head is going 600 miles a minute, but I feel this is you going after what you want. This is all about you setting these goals this year, and you're showcasing that what those goals are. You are going forward full speed. Nothing's really stopping you with attaining what you've set out to do. You're taking it feels like a page out of the Aries book where it's like, I'm leaping without looking because I'm just moving forward and just getting shit done this year, which is amazing to see with like the best beginning of the year type of energy. Then looking at April, we have the Three of Pentacles reversed. So I don't see this as like a delay or anything. I do see this as just like a little hiccup in the road. I see it as maybe like a friend group that's like, I feel like a little bit of jealousy, a little bit actually. So like you have a friend group, like they see that you are achieving and accomplishing what you've set out to do, what you said you were going to do at the beginning of the year, and it's kind of coming to fruition. You're putting in the hard work, you're meeting those goals, you're meeting those deadlines, and then there are some people who aren't happy for you because of it. I feel like a little bit of jealousy here with some people who are like, oh my goodness, Leos, like how could you? Like you're just doing the things, and it just feels like just because you're doing the things, people are jealous about it. Don't let it get you down too hard. I want you to just keep moving and keep doing everything that you need to do, because don't let this little scuffle of like, oh my goodness gracious, I'm moving ahead of people when they just can't keep up. And I'm like, that's the reason. You are so set on your goals this year that I don't think you're going to need to, like, if other people aren't able to keep up, I mean, that's not on you to slow down to keep pace with them. It's for them to then kick up the pace to keep up with you if that's what they want. Otherwise, they might just have other things going on in their life that prevent them from doing what they need to do every month. Don't let this jealousy or wanting from them to be like you slow you down. I just want you to keep doing, keep moving, and not have to worry about it. Okay, so now looking at May, we have the Five of Swords. I legitimately feel like you're going to feel like you're getting away with stuff, and you're kind of stepping on people's toes a little bit here in May when it comes to reaching your goals. And in all honesty, you might, but this isn't for you to stop. This is for you to keep going. What you've done to get to that point in May is everything that you've needed to do. So don't hold yourself back. I wouldn't ruminate on this too much either, as what you're doing is it's almost like you're moving forward with blinders on. Like you are so hyper focused on your goals and achieving them this year that like there are people who are going to get hurt in the process. There are people who aren't going to be happy for you. In this case, I'm like, let them be unhappy. It feels like the goals that you've set for yourself at the beginning of the year and then actually achieving them is what I think is what this year is all about. It's proving to yourself that you can reach them. And if people are going to be butthurt for you actually achieving what you set out to do, then are they truly there for you? So going into June, you are planning your next stage. You've had dreams, your hopes, and everything that you have kind of thought about. I almost see this as like you're kicking it into the next gear. So like this first half of the year, you're really kicking it in, where like you had your old goals, your new things that you need, that you were like, I need to get this, and this done so that by, say, June, I can then kick off the next set, right? And that's what I'm seeing here in June, where it's like, okay, got the first set of checkpoints done. Now it's time to look at what the next set of checkpoints are, and then hit every single one of those checkpoints this year that I've set for myself. So I'm seeing this as a pretty linear path here for you guys, Leo. And then looking here into July, so the Emperor. I do see you kind of getting a little bit... I can see you getting a little overbearing. I can also see you getting a little boastful about things. Not in a bad way. I mean, boast about the things that you've been able to accomplish, but don't boast about them to the detriment of other people. I can see you stepping on others' toes, it really feels like. You're stepping on other people's toes. There might be some hard feelings here in July, where people aren't feeling the joys or elation that you are. I can also see you getting a little a little bit of an ego about yourself. I'm not saying that you haven't, that like you having an ego isn't deserved, but I want you to just bring it down a notch. That's, uh, just be cautious and aware of that is kind of like a feeling going on in that month, and that others are going to be extremely intimidated, and I think are going to come off and see you as a word that comes to mind is like a dictator, or like you're better than everyone else, when in reality you're just achieving your goals this year. You have a lot of good energy, I think, coming into it, that you're able to achieve what you want to achieve. Okay, looking into August, the moon. So there's going to be some things. I almost see this as back alley, back room sorts of type of conversations that I think you're going to be made aware of in this month, in August. Yes, in August. So, like, you're going to be made aware of some conversation, I think, that have been going on behind your back. Is this like an op or something? No. Do I feel like this is like these are individuals or people that are trying to kind of tear you down a little bit, who are potentially jealous? Yeah. I really do feel that in this energy right here is like you're learning about these secrets kind of coming up. You're learning about some of the things that have been said behind your back. And I think some of them you're going to take to heart. The others you're going to kind of just let them flow off your back like water. But really, it's all about you're learning about some not so nice things that are being said about you, it really feels like. Or just some secrets are being revealed to you about how people actually feel about you when they don't talk to you face to face. So that's what I feel there, and that's August. So we have September, the Page of Cups. Interesting. So I definitely feel like with your success in all of the things that you kind of have going on up there, once you hit August and all of those secrets are kind of revealed, I think you actually end up taking a step back, and I think you're going to be doing some reevaluation in the month of September, whether this be about how you've been talking to people, how you're achieving your goals, and I think it's going to take a little bit of a shift into your emotions, which I almost feel a little bit that you've been ignoring for the first half of the year, and you're now kind of taking stock of what they are, how you've actually felt about certain situations, and it's a lot of, I feel like, self-reflection in September to kind of realize, well, what I did, was it right or just, or was I just trying to work through pain? I almost feel like, too, that you've been ignoring your emotions so you can work, so you found distractions through you working on your goals so you don't have to address emotions this year, is what I'm kind of seeing here, and a lot of that's coming to a head in September. Okay, looking in October, the Hermit. Ooh, so this is kind of about self-isolation. So you're in this reflection period. Into October, I feel like you're still kind of going into a reflection period a little bit. Still a lot of shadow work. I think once the emotions kind of hit that you've kind of been ignoring for the first half of the year, like, it's going to be a really rough toll. I would even say, like, the people that you've been going out with and partying with for the first half of the year, like, you aren't going out anymore here in, like, later half of September to October. It really feels like you're kind of hermiting yourself in, isolating yourself a little bit, as I think you're trying to process some emotions about people, places, and things that were unexpected, because it's like at the time of that, say, occurrence or that conversation with someone, you're like, I'm fine, I'm doing just great, and then like 3 months later, you're now just like ruminating over that conversation, and you're kind of feeling you're testing the waters, almost, it feels like, in the ways of, is that truly how I felt in that situation, or was I actually really mad that they said this about my best friend and I just didn't say anything? Or did I overreact in a situation? So that's what I feel for October. Looking into November, the Ace of Cups. So lack of love. So I'm feeling for November, there's definitely a time where I think if you get a therapist in this month, if you don't already have one, I feel like November is a month where like therapy is going to be, or finding a therapist to help you kind of process some of the emotions that have been really difficult for you would be extremely useful. Just with the Ace of Cups here, it feels like you're getting down on yourself a lot, and I'm almost wondering if there are like relationships that you've had with people that you can't actually, like, you're struggling to have again. It's almost like the relationship changed and now you're figuring out why that relationship has changed and you're struggling with that change. So highly recommend, if you don't have a therapist, November might be a really good month to get one to help you process, I think, some of the emotions that are that you've been ignoring from the first half of the year. And then we look at December. Okay. So for December, the Hierophant upright can mean if you're in a committed relationship. This could mean you might have an engagement or you have a wedding coming up. Congratulations. If you're single, or like you have just gotten into a relationship, like I feel like this month could also be around committing deeper or finding a relationship that feels settling and grounding for you. But I also really feel like this is committing to a new you and to a new year is what it really does feel like. Like you've been probably a hyper fixation on work, or like you work a lot or you don't work a lot. It's almost like you're all in or you're all out. It feels like that type of energy. And then by the end of this coming year, I feel like you're finding a balance between all in and all out. From personal experience, I can see this as like I was a workaholic. I'm still kind of a workaholic. But it's now figuring out, but it's now putting energy into, am I redefining work? Am I redefining relationships? How am I now addressing things that I've ignored in the past? And how am I moving forward with being able to address problems, challenges, conversations, people in the future, in the current, instead of ignoring it when it happens and then processing it months later. That's kind of the energy I'm feeling here for my Leos. So I'm going to pull a card for your year. So yeah, this is all about giving and receiving. It's all about what are you taking, what are you receiving, and it's finding that balance. Really, it's about balancing, I think, the different aspects of your life and being able to be on the receiving end of love and abundance, and as well as being able to give love and abundance to others, and not having it be like a 20-80, a 30-70, a 40-60. It's going to be a 50-50 equal exchange, or closer to that balance. Maybe it'll be some days it'll be 45-35. But really, it's all about finding that balance, and I think you're going to be able to find it. That's what this year is all about, is finding that balance between work, life, and everything else. And or just a balance between your emotions and your ambitions. And how do you combine the two? Okay, so I'm going to pull a card. Well, that just came right out. And we have Ho'oponopono. I am sorry if I butchered that, but we have 33. It's number 33. And I'm going to actually read. So this is all about healing. So some have said I am just all butterflies and flowers. Good, I say. They're pretty, gentle, kind, cute, lovely, and bring me to joy. I love you. So really this year I think is about healing you in the sense of balancing your ambitions and your emotions and being able to combine the two of them into being a whole, into like a bigger holistic version of you, where you're a balanced version. Instead of being all in or all out, you can be a little bit more mutable and a little bit more flexible when shit hits the fan. So, oh my goodness. Well, thank you guys so much. That's all I have for you guys, Leos. If you guys liked this video, please hit the like button down below. If you like other videos like this, I have pick a card readings that I try and post every Friday. I also have videos on people in pop culture, on YouTube, TikTok, and true crime videos that I do related to tarot. If you're interested in any of that, please hit the subscribe button down below. And subscribe so you can see all the types of content that I have available. So, yeah, with that, I want to give you a huge thank you for sticking it out with me here to the end of the video. And I want to say, wherever you are, I hope you have a great day or night, and you have a great rest of it. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!